Podcast Network Asia.
Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. Now exclusively on Spotify, powered by Anchor. My name is Alec, and if this is your first time listening to the podcast, then welcome to the show. I hope that you enjoy and learn from this episode. If you do, go ahead and check out the other amazing episodes that we have here on the show. Welcome to our daily podcast sessions where we just share quick insights so that you can make better decisions for yourself and for the people around you. And if you are an avid listener of the podcast who've been listening to the podcast ever since we started here, welcome back to the show. I'm just so happy that you're still taking the time to invest in yourself and learning about growth and finding ways so that you can expand and make better choices for yourself and for the people around you. Again, announcements first, of course, we have a lot of live events coming out soon. So make sure that you check out down below. Marami pong events. So please check them out so that you can be a part of it as well. I do financial coaching. If you guys are interested in that, then send me a message on Instagram. Maybe I can help you out. And I have an ebook. Check out my latest ebook here, and of course some courses for you guys to check out as well. Just check it in our description box. And so for this episode, I want to share with you a concept that I heard from yesterday when I attended a meeting, and I had this one friend. I invited him over, and his name is Coach Migs. And Coach Migs said something that really struck, I don't want to say a nerve, but it struck something in my heart that made me realize where I am today is directly correlated to the expression that he said. And I want to share this with you guys because I know for a fact that a lot of you guys are asking maybe, why isn't the blessings pouring in? Why isn't the miracles that I was promised coming into my life? Why is God delaying the blessings that I know I deserve? And maybe you have worked so hard and you might feel that it is time now for you to reap the rewards that you have sowed before. And I want to share with you something that I realized that showed me why those things are not happening yet. And just like you, I've also experienced those things in my life. Like, for example, last year, I was greatly in debt. Okay, I earned my first 6 digits contracts, my first 6 digits paycheck, and then I kind of lost it. You know, I spent it on things that I didn't need. I spent it on things and people that I don't even like. You know, trying to prove people that I don't even like. And so I kind of wasted all of my money back then. It even came to a point that I invested in some of the scams that I was presented with last year. And in return, I even got to a negative point where I was in debt for almost 1.5 million pesos. And so I was asking myself, Lord, why did you allow this to happen? I thought I worked hard. I became faithful. I did everything that I can. Why are you letting this happen? Why are you letting this happen? And so last night when I heard this quote, now I got it. Now I know why. And the quote that I heard basically said that God doesn't give you what you want. God doesn't even give you what you need. God gives you what you can manage. And so if there are things in your life that are not coming yet, then most probably you are not big enough to handle it yet. You're not wise enough. You're not brave enough. You're not smart and responsible enough to manage those blessings. And it got me to thinking that God never, ever abandons people. Because if that's the case, then He is purposely delaying the blessings that I am meant to receive because I am not ready for it yet. Because if you think about it, it's much better to not have the opportunity yet than to get the opportunity and lose it along the way. Because if you think about it, how many times in your life where you have thought of an idea and it's a great idea, it's $1 million idea, it's the idea that you know would help you get to the next level of your life, and then suddenly after a few days, weeks, you see it from someone else. They've executed it. they've manifested it, the exact idea that you had in your head. And if that's the case, then maybe it's not because they're better than you, but it's because you were not ready. You were not ready to manage that kind of idea, that kind of concept. I remember the parable of the talents. I'm not an expert on the Bible, but I do know how it kind of went like, so bear with me on this. But it basically says, the parable basically says, there was a king and 3 servants were given different talents. The good one was given 5 talents. The average one was given 2 talents. The other person was given another 2 talents. And so after a few months, the king came back to them and said, okay, where are the talents? And the person who was responsible, who was able to manage it, gave back, hey, master, thank you for the 5 talents. Here, the other 5. I made another 5 out of it. Awesome. Great. Congratulations. Here's more talents, says the king. And then the other one, hi, king. Thank you for the 2 talents. Here's another 2 talents that I got from it. And I will give it back to you. And then, okay, I'm going to reward you with this. Thank you. Good job. And the last one said, master, I hid the talents where I know no one can reach it. And so now I'm giving back the 2 talents that you originally gave me. And the master, the king, even took the 2 talents that he gave this person because he knew that this person didn't know how to manage the talents properly. And that's the same with us. Maybe the reason that we're not given the gifts yet, the opportunities yet, is because we're not ready yet. It's because we're not ready yet. So our main job here is 2 things. Number 1 is to trust that the universe and God, He is working for us. He is working with us. He is working to help us, even though we're not seeing it. So all we got to do is trust. Trust that He is doing His part and we just need to do ours. Second thing that we need to do here is to prepare. Prepare up until to the point that we are good enough to get all the blessings that we're meant to get. That's the only job that we have. Prepare ourselves, which means nonstop personal development, which means nonstop personal mastery, which means expanding our containers, our knowledge, our wisdom through experiences, through growth, through contribution. That's the only job that we have. So, my dear friends, I hope that you get to be reminded today that you lose what you mismanage. And if you truly want to be successful, start managing the things in your life, no matter how small it may be. Because if what you have right now is too much for you to handle, you are not going to be given much more than you are given. You're going to be stuck at this point. So learn how to manage whatever you have right now so that when God or the universe sees you, okay, you are ready. I'm going to give you more. And so that's it for our episode for today. If you like this episode, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts. I love reading all of your comments, your messages as well, and your questions. I will be reading out some letters from you guys. So your stories will get featured here. If you want to send yours, send a submission down below as well. That series will be coming up very, very soon. But I'm just super excited to see you guys here. So thank you so much for sharing it. If you're sharing it again, don't forget to tag me at Alec Cuenca. So yes, thank you so much. My name is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, Small Conversations with huge impact. I will talk to you guys next episode. Always remember that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are more than enough. Peace.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.